My body's different at 57 than 27, but also at the same time, while my body's going through hormonal shifts, my life is getting challenging too. I beat 2, 3, 4 battles already in my life. Handling menopause, the weight gain, in addition to that, handling a busy lifestyle in your career, and then trying diets and trying Ozempic and trying to get the weight off and understanding why your body is changing from 20s to 30s to 40s to 50s while the life shows up.
Hey ladies, are you a middle-aged woman experiencing weight gain, belly fat, flabby thighs, gaining weight on your back, hormonal changes whether it's perimenopause or menopause? You've tried everything in terms of fitness, diet, and nothing's working, and now you're demoralized, loss of hope that nothing's gonna work? Check this conversation out with a new student of mine on my Midlife Metabolism program, where I'm helping her with 3 simple points in a strategy that she can sustain and get results at the same time.
So it is completely natural to feel stressed. You have to give yourself a break and tell yourself, hey, I work in financial services. My job is not to be a full-time and have the knowledge of a full-time body transformation coach. I don't know the science of Ozempic. I don't know the science of menopause. All I know is that I'm handling challenges that life gives me, and I'm handling my body as it gives me, and I'm trying to manage everything. So step 1, give yourself some grace and understand that it's not your job. You're not equipped to know all of this. And remove the frustration because you didn't go to school to study this, okay? Education or lack of education, lack of that knowledge gap is the problem. That leads human beings to being anxious, to doubting themselves, to lack of trusting, to feeling stuck, because we don't have the knowledge in order to fix our body, menopause, life changes that happen with medical problems, and handling work, plus you travel for work on top of that, 3 grown kids. So we don't have the knowledge to handle all this stuff, your body stuff, while handling life. So of course, any human being is going to feel stress. Once you accept that I have to gain knowledge on how to handle weight gain, how to understand my body, why my body's metabolism is slowing down. My body's different at 57 than 27, but also at the same time, while my body's going through hormonal shifts, my life is getting challenging too. I beat 2, 3, 4 battles already in my life. So the question is, what do you need to know about your body now? At the same time, what do you need to know what your body's going through in menopause? Loss of muscle mass. Women lose between 5 to 8, according to some research, 5 to 10% muscle mass every decade. Fair enough. That's life. That's biology. Nobody's going to get out of life alive. Number 2, how do I maintain my career, which you love to do, right? You love to work. You enjoy your job, right?
All right.
And managing and sustaining my own fitness routine where I can actually get myself back, my happiness back, also the balance that I'm lacking, the enjoying the nature, the enjoying the pool, the enjoying the swimsuit that you want to do, enjoying walking with control of your body rather than losing balance. And then the next step is, which is the long-term step, how do you handle sustaining a routine while life throws you more challenges in the future? Because out of 21 years of coaching experience in mindset and body, I have seen every client of mine go through challenge, because human beings will continue to go through challenge. So the smart thing now to do is, okay, life is going to happen, menopause is happening, work is happening, family life is happening. I need my balance back. On the other hand, I need to regain my energy. I might need to educate myself on what it is I need to do while this is happening. That's the real question.
Yes, it is.
Now tell me, what did you resonate with so far in the conversation? Tell me what you resonate with personally, something you're suffering with as well, something you can relate to, and comment below what that is.
So let me give you some good news. The good news is, if you bring all these mental goals and all this stuff going on in your mind to just 3 things. You're going to let go of your anxiousness. You're going to start feeling your shoulders drop a little bit, which is going to help your cortisol level drop. Don't forget, cortisol level is one of the biggest killers. It's stress. Stress is one of the biggest killers. And you're going to have clarity where you can see 6 months, 8 months, a year, 2 years down. You're like, oh, okay, I can see that 6 months. I can see that 1 year, what's going to happen. Those those three things are for you, what can I do in terms of fitness, in terms of the right type of exercises at the level that I am now to get to accomplishing the next baby step? Only 3 or 4 workouts under 30 minutes. I'll be happy with 3. I'll be happy with 4. If I do 3, good. If I don't do 4, if I can't make it 4, I'm not going to judge myself. I'm not going to be hard on myself. If I can only do 2, okay, life got in the way, work got in the way. I will pack my yoga mat with me. I will go to the trip that you're going to go to. I have a set plan. It's only going to take 30 minutes. It's based on my body type. You've been evaluated. I can do this. Brilliant. That's accountability. That's holding yourself accountable. But you can only hold yourself accountable when the task is achievable. So I'll share a story with you. Hiking from 0 level to a hill for a person who's new to hiking is much easier than hiking Mount Everest. When I see Mount Everest, and I'm not a professional climber, I am going to have natural thoughts in my brain where I'm going to say, oh my God, I'm not going to do this. I have no training. Like, how the hell am I going to do this? But if a professional climber comes to me and he goes, okay, Coach Adam, don't think about the peak. Don't think about that. That's very high. But you see this first step, second, third, fourth, fifth. You see this 5 step. Easy. I can do it. I'm strong. Okay. Climb those 5 steps for me. When you get to those 5 steps, let's schedule a meeting. Let's have a chat again. I'll tell you where your next 5 steps are. Oh, really? But that's too easy. It can't be true. No. It is true. Stop doubting yourself. Stop questioning the process. Follow the first simple 5 steps. You see what's going on in our psychology? It's stupid how we think. So then we'll climb the 5 steps and you're going to be like, okay, let's talk to the climbing instructor. Climbing instructor says, Carolina, okay, next 5 steps, boom, boom, tighten your core a little bit focus on the breathing. Okay, come back to me next week when you're done the 5 steps. Okay, done. Oh my God, I can see a little bit behind me, but I can still see the high mountain. Okay, next week, 5 steps, next week, 5 steps, next week, 5. 8 months down the line, you're looking down, you're like, oh my God, I'm on the top. Oh my God, I'm on the top of the mountain. You understand me, right?
Yes.
That is what you need to adopt, that mindset. But it can only be done with the 3 things. You have to know what type of exercises based on your body type you need to do. 2, you need to be able to do it sustainably, which is only 30 minutes in the beginning and only 3 times per week in the beginning. 4, great. 2, don't judge yourself, but hold yourself accountable. Do the 3rd one, put it in the calendar. Once you do this, you have started to redevelop, rebuild, reshift your identity, who you are now. And you're on your way to becoming who you want to be. Now the question is, how do you determine someone at your current level, your current weight, your current lifestyle, your current busy schedule, what type of exercises are best for you? What type of exercises are suitable for you to achieve 2 things? To start increasing your metabolic rate, the amount of calories you burn when you're outside work, when you're sleeping, when you're hanging out with your husband, when you're hopefully traveling for fun as much as you travel for work, when you're out there hiking, enjoying nature, when you're cooking, when you're reading a book and having personal time, you need that as well. That's your metabolic rate. So you need to know, okay, I don't have the time, nor do I have the interest to keep hours and hours and running and on the treadmill and do these boot climb classes and HIIT classes. I'm not a professional athlete. I can't do this. So my metabolism has to increase. That's what I need to do. I need to figure out a hack, a clever way to increase my metabolism. So the rest of my lifestyle, the things, the responsibilities that I have, I can actually do, okay? And the way to increase your metabolic rate is to activate your muscle fibers. Okay, so I'll give you a very, very simple example. If you look at my bicep muscle, and if you look at this example, the normal person, woman or man, will do this in the gym or at home or their home gym, wherever, it doesn't matter. Okay, they'll do this, okay, to get this muscle tighter and bigger. Then there is a second way to do it. 1 rep and I already feel the tension here. It's like it's cramping up. That is muscle activation. The muscle activation science is about doing very simple exercises, 5 or 6 exercises that we have in our program for women who need to activate muscles that haven't been activated in a long time, for decades, for years, because you sit behind a desk for work, because weight gain, because lack of use, atrophy, which is the diminishing of muscle fibers. Once you start doing these 5 or 6 simple exercises, you're going to notice that you'll start feeling the muscles in your chest, in your hips, in your thighs, a little bit in your core with time, and then you increase the core strength a little bit more. These areas, these muscle fibers will start speeding up and sending the signal to your brain, hey, you know what? Muscle demands more energy. You already know that, right? Muscle demands protein. Okay, muscle demands a little bit more recovery, a little bit more rest, because it needs to recover to get stronger. This is all basic scientific principles. Let me send my body a signal to start developing these basic, dormant, underused muscle fibers that I haven't used. And because you're doing it with the right technique, you're doing it based on your body type, your fitness IQ, starting where you are, the effectiveness of it will be much higher than going to a class or going to a gym or just simply doing weight. It's going to be much more effective because it's tailored to where you are. And you will soon notice within 4 weeks, 6 weeks, 8, 12, 16, 20, you'll notice that you will start feeling control and strength in your body. You'll be walking with a little bit of a confidence. So that's what we call stability and balance. Then you'll notice that your clothes will start fitting different. So the women that we put on this program, they'll notice, the first thing they'll notice, their jeans are more flattering on the thighs and the hips. And slowly within 10 weeks, 12 weeks, 14, 16 weeks, the waist is starting to feel a little bit in. So the hips are nice and toned, but the waist is going back in, okay? Then you'll notice, oh wow, I can feel the chest muscle a little bit. It's getting a little bit stronger. This used to be a problem area. It's getting it's getting tighter. Okay, the back is gaining fat. Yeah, I still need to work on it, but I can notice a difference. Those are realistic, achievable, attainable changes. Once this metabolic function starts to happen, your mind is going to say, wow, there is hope, and they're finally starting to work. Good news is, because now you have guidance, you're going to continue on this program, and you're going to keep the results long term. And the final step, which is life, you will be taught on how to sustain this routine long term, even if and when another challenge in life happens, whether it's health, whether it's medical, whether it's family, whether it's kids. My mother takes care of 6 grandkids. She still travels all over the world. I'm teaching her on Zoom how to train. Goes all over the world. So this is where you need to go. But to get to that goal in life where it becomes automatic, we call it your new identity, you have to go through these 3 steps. You have to walk the path. And that's what it is. And it's all about, again, concluding. Education, where do I start based on my body type? How do I fit it into my busy lifestyle? How do I keep it achievable, manageable, under 30 minutes? And how do I determine my own results, which I'll coach you on it. And lastly, how do I stop judging myself or being impatient with myself? Because yes, it's happening, but why can't I just lose the 20 pounds in 2 weeks or 1 week? Why is it going to take 6 months? That's another problem. As a life coach, I understand people go through. So that's the plan for you. It's worked for thousands of other women, and more science is coming.
So there you have it, ladies. If you're experiencing same symptoms, similar frustration level, you're demoralized, you don't know where to start, I'm looking for 4 to 5 middle-aged women to transform their body in a sustainable manner for long-term on my Midlife Metabolism program. I want you to go on my website, fill out a coaching application. Me or my teammate will get back to you. We'll schedule a strategy session on Zoom, and we'll figure out the best approach for you. Until next video, Coach Adam.